Right, Saturday night, second video of today. So yeah, the grind never stops. Right, just finish up on the preview. What a success the preview was, lads. We had many winners on it. The Midlands Grand National, Hurricane Georgie tipped up last night. We had a couple of winners in Newmarket. That Isaac Newton or whatever he was called, 𝗤𝗂𝗍𝗆 tipped up today to win the Superlative Stakes, as well as a couple of more horses getting placed. Jumbie had a 20-1 second. Bullis had another 18-1 shot each way or whatever. Anyway, finished just beaten in the handicap a short head and a short head. Joe Value had Papong in the Midlands National. We got the forecast there. We also got the forecast in the Superlative Stakes. His selection was just touched off by 𝗤𝗂𝗍𝗆. And in fairness to Joe, he gave him a good mention as well. So lovely. Then we had Jumbie was placed in the big 7 furlong handicap. What else was there? Yeah, that was it. Then we had the July Cup, a race I said not to go mad on. Really impressive winner with the mare. I actually couldn't fancy her with the quick ground back at 6 first time. So I have to say, what a training performance to put her in, and she done a demolition job. And what a story with Rob Hornby. Really, really great. Got jocked off a Derby winner 2 weeks ago, and comes back and rides 2 Grade 1 winners. It's just phenomenal, like unbelievable. So well done to him. Right. We have a lucky 31 today. I just put out at big prices. First 2 disappointing, but we have had an 11-1 shot get placed. Let's hope the next 2 now do better. Right, tonight in the Belmont Derby Invitational, I'm just going to give a little chance to Royal Patriot or Patronage, however you pronounce it. Charlie Johnson's horse definitely has some really good 2-year-old form. He beat 𝗊𝗶𝗏 and things like that. 10 furlongs out here could suit him well. He ran well in the Dante. Now, the winner bolted in the Dante. He beat the rest of them, I suppose. Look, it's worth a go coming here. I think it's interesting. So, I'll just give him a pint win for a bit of an interest tonight. Bit of a fun bet tonight. Won't go crazy. I do think Stone Age has really good 10 furlong form this year. He's definitely, if he runs like the twice he did in Ireland over the trip, will be hard to beat. And then a very interesting horse was the Godolphin horse as well, Frankie Dettori's riding. But I don't know, I'll just give Royal Pack, they're short enough in the betting. He's a big enough price, so I'll just take a chance that maybe this could be his ideal scenario, and we might just get him to eke out, a better run than, maybe we've seen from him this year. Right, that's a fun bet. Not to be taken too seriously. Right, then on to tomorrow. I'm going to give you a double first. In the 4 o'clock in France, Harry Tree, 7-4. And in the 4:15 at Fairyhouse, Star Girls Aalmal. Star Girls Aalmal, I went for good bets on her in Ascot, but unfortunately she was taken out of the race from a brilliant ride by the winner. William Buick jumped out and just slowed the pace down the whole way in front, and it was very hard for any horse to have any chance. The race kind of started and it finished as it started. It was just a perfect ride from the winner that day. I do think back on home soil, a Group 3, Star Girls Aalmal should be getting this done. And Harry Tree is a real improving sprinter. And I think he's going to France. Clive Cox is no mug when it comes to this type of horse. And I think he can win as well. So I'm going to go a pint win double on them too. Interesting, right. And then 2 outsiders. 2 massive priced horses that could outrun their odds. So, look at it whatever way you'd like. Right, in the 5:25 at Fairyhouse, Fatten, 5-year-old, not overly raced, lightly enough raced. I thought he ran okay a couple of times. 𝗕𝗵𝘁𝗄𝗏 takes the ride. He's drawn in stall 1, and he ran well in Navan when he hit the front and looked like he might win. He did get ran over in the end, but he's off like a mark that he could run well at. Now, he's a 20-1 shot. They are paying 5 places, so treat it with caution, but we'll go a pint each way. Lovely man training him, good friend of mine, knows not to be cotton, because the time for cotton is over. And then an interesting one in Sligo. Don't have time. In the 3:20 in Sligo, this is 16-1. Now, I do think the McManus filly 𝗀𝐴 or 𝗀𝐵, whatever she's called, could run really well here as well. But this one, I just want to keep an eye on this one in the betting tomorrow. Don't have time. She has decent form in Sligo. She fell when running well there. She also won there. Now, she won there and then she went on and she ran in races she had no business running. And she ran in a listed race in Gorham Park against some really good fillies. No real business going there off a mark of 105 or whatever she was off. But she did win a little race around Sligo. And she's off that mark 105. The jockey's claiming 2 off Mark McDonough having, so she's off 103 in a handicap tomorrow. And the trainer is a very good trainer. I know him from racing in England years ago. Nice fella and a very good trainer. So I do think he could get her back. She was with Jessica Harrington, and if he gets her back to something like her best, she could definitely run a really good race around here. Now, she has been disappointing on 2 runs so far this year, but she's back to a place where she's won. Conditions should be fine, off a mark that should be well within reach and with a good young jockey on board. She's risky and rewardy. They're 16 to 1 and 20 to 1, the 2 of them. You know, so that's the 320 in Sligo, and that's the 525 in Fairyhouse. Fatten and Don't Have Time. 2 massive prices. Little each way, a double for a bit of fun maybe. Something like that if you want to do that. And then the double, the point win double. Stargirls Aalmal in Fairyhouse and Harry Tree in Deauville could be interesting. And tonight, a fun bet, Royal Patronage in the Belmont Invitational Derby. Right, enjoy. Bet safe, bet fun, and thanks for all the support. Smash the likes on the videos. It helps out the channel.